We're at the beginning of our 2020 Moab trip. I was joined by Phil and Jen. Of course, Bo was coming along with us too, my dog. We stayed the night before in Grand Junction, Colorado, because we knew we'd be getting in kind of late, and finding a camping spot in the middle of the night didn't sound really enjoyable to us. So we went south out of Grand Junction down to Gateway, Colorado, and then came across Gateway Road over to Onion Creek Trail, just a little bit of Onion Creek Trail, and then skipped on to Rose Garden Hill. There was some incredible vistas. We hadn't really done an intense amount of research on these trails, and Rose Garden Hill, once we got towards the end of it, was pretty intense. As you'll see here coming up, things start to get a little dicier on the trail. Most of the trail up to this point was suitable to any stock vehicle and two-wheel drive. It just was not very aggressive, but once we got here on the Rose Garden Hill, things got a little dicier. This was a pretty steep incline. Not, I wouldn't say extremely steep, but it was definitely a jump from everything that we'd had before. Once we got towards the top of this, it was a little difficult to make it over some of the rock structures. And I did get stuck and had to winch myself off once. It definitely was fun pressing my Jeep to some of its limits. But the following day, Poison Spider would test me again. And here's where I get stuck. My tires were in some pretty soft dirt and rock combination on the left side. You can see this dust whipping up and covering my hood. wasn't too sure that the rock that I was tying onto was heavy enough for what I needed, but I knew I didn't need very much pulling power to get me off of the rock I was stuck on. I was kind of high-centered between my front and rear tire. I'd picked a bad line. Quickly got off, but this next structure just couldn't make it up. So we turned around, and we were not going to go to top of the world. We decided, for the sake of keeping on some kind of time frame to get into camp before dark, that we would turn around and head back down to Onion Creek, which was a beautiful, beautiful road, and on into Moab. Hope you enjoyed this little segment of our trip. We'll be back with more.